is WhisperSister. I hope you're all doing well. I got a comment recently on one of my videos saying that I should do some more journal videos. I don't remember who left that comment, I'm sorry, but yeah, I thought that was a good idea. I looked back over my videos and kind of found where I left off, reading from this old journal of mine before I started reading out of my current journal. And I think I haven't been doing a lot of writing lately. You guys have probably seen most of what I've written lately, actually. So, yeah, there's really not much to read other than my old journal. But, it's actually really, I think this was a great idea, because this journal, this is from 2001, so this was almost 10 years ago. Yeah, and it's really quite, uncanny how similar, how much similarity there is between the challenges that I was facing then and the challenges that I face now. I mean, I could have written this stuff today, and that kind of is really interesting for me to look at, because, I mean, on the one hand, I guess I could see it as discouraging that, you know, I haven't gotten this yet, obviously. I'm having to learn all the same lessons over again, but, I don't know, for some reason I don't see it that way. At the moment, I actually get a strange kind of comfort from reading this. I just sort of started flipping through the next few pages, and I'm not sure why, but it's like oddly reassuring to be back where I was, and have another chance, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. And just to remember how I felt before I kind of made a few missteps and mistakes, I guess. And, you know, a lot of what I see in this journal, whether or not it comes through, I know what was there, what was behind this kind of writing, and I know a lot of it is still there. So it's just a matter of kind of brushing it off and trying again, and, you know, it's really helpful for me to look at this, because it shows me again the process that I underwent that led me to the experience that I had, and I know I don't want that, so I know that, you know, it's, if I read this and kind of identify some of the things that contributed to that, I can recognize some things that I need to be avoiding now, and things that I need to do differently this time around. So anyways, I'm not going to blabber on about all that, but I'll just read. It's, you know, it's 10 years ago, so I don't even really remember. It's kind of fun to read this stuff, and like, I don't remember writing it, but you know, it's cool. It makes me feel, I don't know, kind of warm and fuzzy to remember myself at 20, you know. And I think that it also helps me to bridge the gap, because I really see those years in between the last, you know, 5 years or so as kind of a waste, kind of, I guess I kind of feel like I took a break that I can't get back. You know, it's time that I can't get back, and it really helps me to be able to look at it as one long, continuous journey, instead of, you know, instead of that being a real interruption and a waste. And that's kind of what reading this does for me. So, anyways, the moral of this is thank you for requesting this. I think it was a good idea, and it came at a good time for me. It's a good reminder to look within for my answers, because I have a tendency to least it's got me not hating you today. Am I a fool to wait? Yes. Will I do it anyway? Most likely. It's probably not even you I'm waiting for. April 11th, 2001. Forgiveness and focus. Learn from this. Vigilance. The voices in my head do not agree. Which ones are on my side? Listen only to those that say yes. Yes, I can. Fear is not an option. It's a lie. Live on the edge. Tell whoever hates you to lie down and rest. Take the time. Instructions. Someone wise is speaking now. I am speaking. I can remember who I am. I can see what I will become. Take care of responsibilities and you take control. April 15th, 2001. Free write. Catastrophe is bound to happen, just when you want it least and need it most. Sometimes I find I'm losing sleep, losing speed. Is what I'm doing really worthwhile, or would I rather be dreaming, or somewhere else? There's so much to see, and it is all right here. It's all about opening your eyes. Where your feet are is of no consequence. Where you are is irrelevant if your eyes are closed. I suppose some places encourage vision and perception more than others, but there is something beautiful to be seen in every corner. You just have to be looking. What am I looking for? When will I be able to relax? To feel like I've arrived? I don't think I'm going anywhere specific, nor should I be. It's the journey that really matters most. It's the getting there that makes it satisfying and real. I want to be surprised again. Who is up to the task? It doesn't really matter who, I guess. Just that they're convincing. The only requirement is skill and sincerity. What am I waiting for? There are a few habits I need to kick, and you are one of them. And that is all you are, maybe all you ever were. But no, that is far from true. I crave the little sounds that make my scalp tingle, the whispers, the pages slowly turning, and I try to speed the second hand. Life is not what I once thought it was. Being is not enough. I think I've yet to put my finger on it, but it may be guilt, keeping me from enjoying the moments. For now, I will just sleep. April 21st, 2001. Let's see, maybe it's time to apply myself, to stop reveling in my potential, to spit it out, slap it down and see what it's really made of, and to share it. What better time than now? But it is frightening. What if I don't like what I see? And still, I can't justify not ever finding out. At least it would get me out of my head. I never dreamed I'd die in summer. But people do. I'm not guaranteed. It's time to stop wasting time. I'm not going to curl up just yet. It's humbling and reassuring to know that although I may have reached my full height, I am still growing. I hold myself. The little girl who will always remain. She is me in my most natural state. This is so cheesy. Forced to the realm of inner by the layers of knowledge I'm dressed in. She is wisdom. I will speak with her when the time comes. For now, I will just hold her and learn all I can of what I already know. And I will stop believing this lie, that I want to be unhappy, that my nature is loneliness. That is just not true. I'm not destined to be haunted by this fear. I will not shed tears more often than not. I am beautiful and loving. I am safe and happy and strong. I have faith. It's really cheesy, but I mean, sometimes you just have to try and convince yourself, you know. Okay. And then there's a poem here that I wrote. I'll just read it. This was written on April 24th, 2001. And actually this ended up, bits of it I ended up turning into a song that I wrote, which I'm closest I ever came was standing to reach your face. My knees never fully healed, and here I am. After the aftermath, now that I cannot remember just what you said, or how your lips looked, I know how my grip on you could be so stubborn. You distracted me from contemplating accidents, injuries that matter. I can't come to terms with a life full of failing. I can't come to terms with a life full of falling, never quite reaching my full height again. So take it all tonight, grind me down by hand, and let that friction be the last thing I know. My body wilts, even as I write, rushing underground. My lungs ache, and I am not safe, or innocent, or concerned for you at all. It's been so long since I've written any poetry. Can't wait. Okay. April 30th, 2001. So easy to become brainwashed. That's all reality even is. Don't fight it. Just enjoy the shifts. The methods they all use, with or without knowing it. Back and forth, and every once in a while something else chimes in, over and over. It seems this must be you. And you wonder, is that the sickest one? That's how it appears, so close to moving on, and then you stop, and turn around again, some small memory, some tiny look, or whispered word recalled, and you start it all over, despite what you know to be true. He never cared about you. Can't you feel your courage seeping out? Every time you let it in, you tear another bit of skin away. Your inner self is leaking out. Just get it done. Keep in mind the things you've learned and move the hell on. Move on. May 7th, 2001. How long until this wears off? This feels like contentment brought in from the outside, but maybe not. Wait and see what happens when life creeps in again. Details. But they are still here, and happiness remains. This is nothing, it's just a letter to some coworker or whatever. Okay, May 19th, 2001, there's a picture here too, a little doodle thing that I did. Maybe I'll see if I can take a picture of it and put it up, but anyway. Free write, May 19th, 2001. This is just up. It is very different from going down. Now I can tell the difference, and I want to stay here for a while. Level, just spending time with myself, and with a newfound appreciation for who I am. How I look, how I live, how I think. They are all beautiful. And I don't need to share it with anyone just now. I don't want to give it up or give it away at the moment. For now, I just want to savor this plateau, this plane that I've reached. I am standing safely aside, outside of the influence of anyone else, hearing only the voices I want to hear, only those I love, those that love me. I'm sharing myself with me. I don't rely on someone else to show me my worth. I have so much time to spend recuperating. I am better now. I'm okay. And the sun is even more friendly this year. I have forgotten about me, what others think about me. It has all become irrelevant, and I just coast. So content, guilt-free and free from waiting. There's nothing to strive for. This is perfection, right here, living in the spaces between the clouds, cursing nothing and no one. I have come to terms with the things I needed to accept, the things I cannot change, and the things I can change can wait. I have no need to change just now. chosen to feel pain so that I could write. And I'm not sure if, I think this is kind of an age-old debate. You know, the whole stereotype of the tortured artist. I wonder if it's even possible to be creative and have something interesting to say if it's not coming from strong emotion like that, you know. It's an interesting one, and you know, I can honestly say that if that is the price to pay for creativity, I would be willing to pay it to some degree, maybe not to the degree that I have in the past, but to me it would be worth it. So that's interesting to note. Anyway, May 20th. Free write. There's no point in judging who I am right now. No point living for the sake of the songs. If I'm alone, if I want to be alone, if I'm happy by myself, I need not condemn myself for that. I am content. I'm doing what I like. I love myself. I love my home. And if it's unhealthy, so be it. It feels healthy. No need to try and recreate pain to write about it. Oh, see, there you go. It will come again. There's no denying that. So why not enjoy the level times for what they are? I won't let others tell me that I should be wanting something more. I won't waste this time waiting for better days. This day is just fine. What more could I want? I don't need to be where I'll end up right now. This, too, is part of the journey, and I can honor that for the beauty it is before embarking on the next leg of the trip. May 21st. Now I find myself preparing, gathering my strength because this will be a test. It already is. I have been doing fine alone. I've been happy, and yet I hear that voice just once and I'm set spinning once again. A slow boil. I'm churning. Is that okay? I may need to be so strong as to say that's enough, no more. Or should I give in? Will I even have that option? I need to know where it all stands and what it's made of. It only took me 8 years to figure that out, I guess. Okay. May 25th. A rolled up poster on the floor, rats in the walls. She's counting daddies like a deaf man counts mouth movements, remembering a time when safety was guaranteed. Safety was of no concern to her. Discovering golf ball treasures without wondering where they came from, giving no thought to how far they could embed themselves in her own head, trusting that her feet were in the right place, and not even going that far. Now it's the time to meet that child and to bridge the gap, look into the void that has been filled by fumbling lovers and leave it empty for a while, concentrate on other gaping spaces, sores that can't heal in that climate of heat and obedience. So much for training. What does she want? To stop making mistakes, to stop living for the sake of some warm embrace, to brave the cold and thicken her skin again, to skin her knees, let her clothes get dirty, and go to sleep. She is the child who slept in the snow. She is the child with sunshine in her hair and in her smile, that bundled-up girl who wanted to grow up too soon, to be adored in more ways than the ones she got. She needs to feel deserving. She needs to sleep alone and wake up safe. Nonetheless, she needs to stretch, come to terms with the lessons foregone. She was just a small girl until she was thrown off course. There's nothing that competes with the easy way out. Each new thrill only carries her farther away from the place where she can recuperate and regroup. She knows she's meant to be outside, among the mountains and the mud, frozen or otherwise. She knows this. She thought she thawed, but it just got dark, and now the snap-crackle of her joints and the hinges of her mind, they give her away. The poor girl is becoming alert. She fears losing the momentum she already forgot and gave up. None of them loved you like you needed to be loved. They adored you. Only you can give that girl the love she set out looking for. Only you can hold her. If you're brave see that her tears are never really dry. Her cries are not as silent as you'd like. For it was from flower beds and dreams of leaves she came. As she looks up, no one can call her a monster. She is a child of the field, turned into the woman of the woods, and for now she is sleeping. Okay. May 28th, 2001. No good can come of my being angry or vengeful. I'm not even sure that it's justified. But it can't hurt to be cautious, to take care of myself this time around. Trust can still be given, in time, but maybe not so freely. I'm going to save myself, not give away the things I've gotten back and wish to keep. Snow has fallen and melted on me, and I've grown green. Unseen forces have spurned me and spared me, and I've made it out, alive and kicking up my feet, kicking up the dust that settled in winter. There are rhythms I've grown to love and some I miss. All of these will pound and shimmy in my stomach and my lungs, and I will not forfeit this dance. I will not sacrifice the movement of my thoughts. Love me, love my rhythms. June 3rd, 2001. This too shall pass, and people share the same voice. Time to accept favors, to lay low, rest up, be grateful, not fearful. There's nothing much to say right now. Is it that I expect too much? Or that he doesn't give enough? I have a feeling his hands would burn me now. His eyes would turn my stomach all right, but it would feel more like rancid butter than frantic butterflies. June 9th, 2001. This was written for Sam on her birthday. Something has to be said today. Her youth washed away with the storm last night. In a flash, she passed up her right to play. To splash. Not a chance. She'll horse around until the day she wheels on out of this life. The divine pixie smiles on her tonight, and she'll dance until sunrise or until she falls down. She's not in love with anyone but herself. It's a good place to be, liberated, and not too disheartened to move on. She will survive. The super tramp. That's when Sam was going through her super tramp phase. June 12th. You just need to stop rubbing your eyes blind. Let them run. Let them get red. You're beautiful regardless. Drawing from one source for all my needs fulfillment. Dead end. That's what makes it all grind to a halt. When that one source falls away, take this shell and fill it as you like. If you're gonna make a move, you better make it tonight. There's somebody that just parked right beside me. Please turn your car off. Or leave. Thank you. Okay. June 13th, free write. Completion becomes the point. It never was. Too many times I've backed away from the challenge, the game, save face, and you lose something far more valuable. You lose the ability to learn. You lose the recovery, the crackdown on the ego. I love him. Who cares if I created it all? It took me away, made me free. Let me be. Where is that woman who took me in then? She's waiting, that's all. I am in touch. I live in touch. Touching those things I keep hidden. Safety or intimacy. What keeps me alone? What is healthy when reality is so fragile? There is no block. There is no block. There is no block. Spill it like love. Like cum. Don't hold it back. Tomorrow. Today was a new way of thinking. What have I entered into? There is no darkness. There between you and I, but I had to let you sink. I'm almost at half an hour, and I think I'll stop it there. The next one is written all scribbly, so I think it might be like a bit of a rant. But anyway, yeah, it's really, really interesting to me. The parallels are shocking, actually. So yeah, I guess this might be a good place to look for warning signs, really. Chance to do things differently this time. Or I guess maybe just accept certain things about myself that maybe aren't going to change if they've been the same for 10 years.